I got nothing left to say except I'm feeling lost and lonely. I know you never listen, but I hope you listen closely.
How can we do what the Father requires us in time of troubles?
Sometimes I wonder when it will end. Smile on my face, but empty from within. Trying my best to be patient, but sometimes my patience just wears thin.
Go with all thy heart and lean not to your own understanding.
How you confront obstacles tells how your story will end.
Let's take a journey in the shoes and live the life of a man who, because he is confused, desperately seeks to understand. He pulls power moves, but still can't get the upper hand, and can sing the blues without a guitar or a band.
Where black people go, parasites follow. We fall prey to them when we lose our morals. Self-control missing, like daddy, equals sorrow. Snuffed in the womb, we consume our tomorrows.
This past Friday, 15 November, the Focus LBK crew, in conjunction with Real Deal Productions, put on the inaugural Rhythm and Rhyme Open Mic Night. The theme of our event was stepping out of your comfort zone. To me, it was a welcome challenge to overcome my nervousness about sponsoring an event like this. I've never done it before, and I realized that growth comes from putting yourself in unfamiliar circumstances. I believe I did grow and learn from this experience. One of the main lessons that I learned is that God likes to hit you when you're in motion. Now, I can't claim credit for that because I first heard this phrase uttered by Bishop Abraham Shanklin Jr., who was my former pastor back when we used to stay in Maryland. I used to be a part of the media ministry at his church, New Life Fellowship International Ministries. His words have stuck with me for many years now, but their true meaning only recently occurred to me in the afterglow of putting on this successful open mic night. As I say, I'm more comfortable driving a camera than coordinating and marketing an event. However, I really wanted to put on a regularly occurring event to give folks here in the LBK a chance to come out and speak their mind. It just has lately dawned on me how important a venue is where everybody can say what they feel. They can get it off their chest, however they want to say it. Super important. It's a valve for the community. It's a training ground for the community. It's a venue for free speech. Allows ideas to come out. It allows the community to understand itself better, to see its reflection better. To me, it seems like an incredibly important thing to do. So that's why I've wanted to do it. And I have to give a shout out to Miss Shirley Green, who helped me with some good insight and some resources to get me started. She told me basically how do it like this, do it like that, go over here, call this guy, call that guy. I was like, all right, cool. But you know what? I saw the hand of God at work in this event too. And to me, I would say that God touched this event in the way the very people who showed up did their thing. The people who showed up and did their things are really the ones who made this event what it was. We had people from every level of experience. Now, I don't believe Lady J, Teresa Wilson, or Drew Parson regularly go out and get on the mic. But get on the mic, they did. They each had a very spiritual vibe, and they read scriptures and poems about faith and how God is in control. On the other hand, we had several very experienced artists like Jacob, IZ, Danny, J Swift, and Mansa Musa, who sang and rapped at basically a professional level. I mean, they tore it up. They showed us how it's supposed to be done. So I want to give a shout out to them. Also, want to give a shout out to DJ Shawty Doo. Kept everybody feeling good, making moves on the ones and twos. Mr. Roy Galaviz and his crew kept the libations flowing just right, and I dare say everybody had a good time. It was just like I was hoping it would be. Actually, it was even better because, as the young folks would say, this thing was a vibe. I mean, it was a vibe. It felt good. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I think God did his thing. Like, I don't even know most of the people who got on the mic, and yet they all had the same laid back, soulful, authentic vibe, which contributed so greatly to the overall feeling of this event. And that's where the lessons learned come in for me. It's how I truly started to understand the relationship between faith and works. I've always been the kind of guy that I feel like you should do works because works display your faith. If you say you believe in something, if you say you believe in God, then you're supposed to work for him. So I'm always all about the work. But some people say, no, your work don't do nothing for you. It's pitiful, dirty rags, basically. Well, anyway, I was nervous about this, about doing this event. And it's not because I was scared to get on a mic. I mean, I do that regularly. And I've never had a problem public speaking or performing something in public. No, I was scared because I didn't know if anybody would come. So Ricky and I put out the flyers, and Real Deal Productions designed the flyers. Shout out. Thank y'all for that. Basically, I even advertised it on this very show. But you still never know who's going to actually show up. And somehow, my family, friends, and many total strangers all came, congealed and coalesced into something better and more impactful than I could ever imagine. And I think that's an example of how God likes to hit you on the move, as Bishop Shanklin said in his sermon so many years ago. I asked for God's help. I took a few steps out on a limb on my own, and boom, he put the thing together for me. Yes, I did have to do the actual work to make it happen, you know, coordinating stuff and arranging and buying stuff and setting up the venue and tearing down and all that stuff. But this is where my epiphany comes in. I don't think our works in and of themselves matter. I used to, but I'm not sure if I believe that anymore. I think as long as you're moving and grooving in the way that God wants you to, he'll pass you the ball. Now, when and where and how he passes the ball to you determines the outcome of your journey and ensures that his will is done. It's going to be far better than anything we could ever do alone. That is probably one of the main lessons learned from the recent Rhythm and Rhyme open mic night. So I want to thank everybody who came out. Y'all missed a good time if you didn't come out. We gave away prizes, asked people that didn't want to get on the mic to get on the mic and do some things. And if they did it, whoever did it got a prize. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep that up. I think that was popular. We're going to try to keep doing it that way. We also jammed along with DJ Shawty Doo. We displayed, we had a TV up on the side right there playing all the pictures or some of the pictures that we have taken over the past couple of years out in the community, reflecting the community back on itself. And most of all, boy, I tell you what, we lit that microphone up. I can't wait to do the next event, which will likely happen sometime toward the end of February 2025. Also, I wanted to let y'all know that this Friday, November 22nd, Freedom Kings will be hosting their open mic event, and it's called Trap Soul Friday. It's going to be at the Harris Seafood and More Cafe, located at 1519 34th Street Avenue B. The show starts at 9, and it is BYOB. So, I will see y'all out there, because Danny and I, who represents that crew, we had this little deal. She said she'll get on the mic at my thing if I come get on the mic at her thing. So I say, shoot, I'll be over yonder. I see ya. Yamo be there, like James Ingram would say, and Michael McDaniel. But anyway, LBK, I hope this was, you know, something meaningful for y'all as it was for me. I learned a life lesson here tonight, and I'm eager to keep putting that life lesson into effect and eager to make this a regular thing. So if you didn't make it out this time, catch us in February, probably the third week in February. and we're going to put on another one. Another Rhythm and Rhyme open mic night. All right, LBK. I know y'all heard the theme music, so y'all know that means it is time to focus, LBK. This is your brother, Robert Jenkins, coming to you with episode 63 of season 2 of the Focus LBK show. We focusing on you. Of course, having heard the monologue, I'm sure y'all realize that the theme for today's show was God likes to hit you when you are in motion. So I'm going to tell you what's going on here. Get right into it with no further ado. This is very important. It's a little different than the stuff that we usually talk about and what's going on, but check it out. The Lubbock Housing Authority, let me read it right. The Housing Authority of the City of Lubbock will open the following waiting list. Cherry Point project-based housing, 3, 4, and 5 bedrooms. These are individual homes that have been renovated between MLK to Guava, East Erskine to East 1st Street. The wait list is going to be open starting December 4th, 2024 at 7 a.m. So they will be taking the first 100 applications for each bedroom sized open. Only those who qualify based on our occupancy standards will be placed on the waiting list. Online application process is required. So hit them up at www.lubbockha.org. That's lubbockha.org, as in lubbockhousingauthority.org. www.lubbockha.org. If you do not have access to a computer, this is important, you can go to the library near you or use one at the Lubbock Housing Authority main office, which is at 1708 Crickets Avenue, during normal business hours, Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Friday, 7 to 11. This is a big deal. If you need some housing, man, going into this holiday season, if you need to be housed, if you're trying to get some place for you and your family to be sheltered, the Lubbock Housing Authority, the Housing Authority of the City of Lubbock, is opening up the wait list at Cherry Point project-based housing, 3, 4, and 5 bedrooms. It's open December 4th, 2024, starting at 7 a.m. Go to www.lubbockha.org to get on the list. Please take advantage of that if you need it. That sounds like some crucial stuff right there. By the way, something that's equally crucial, but in a good way, Thanksgiving Family Feud is coming up. Name something the Grinch would steal if he wanted to ruin Thanksgiving. Top answers on the board. That's going to be November 22nd. 5:30 at Patterson Library. And of course, this is a Real Deal production in conjunction with the City of Lubbock. Real Deal. Ricky Sherfield. Maybe that's why he got his name Real Deal, because it rhymes. The Real Deal, Ricky Sherfield. Real Deal Productions putting on the Thanksgiving Family Feud November 22nd at 5:30 p.m. at Patterson. Y'all know what's up to Teresa and the crew. All right, and like I mentioned in the monologue, we got the Trap Soul Friday open mic, November 22nd. It's going to be $5 to get in before 10. BYOB, VIP, and tables RSVP only. It's put on by, hold on a second, I got to look at it real close. Oh, yeah, Freedom Kings. It looked like Freedom Kings. That E means something. It's an extra E in there. Freedom Kings, Trap Soul Friday, hunching season. I guess because it's getting cool outside. DJ Sweat Chuckles. Hosted by B. Sam Son and Danny. Danny, shout out. Thanks for getting on the mic, help making our event as dope as it was. Especially for a first time out there, man. So we appreciate you. Lord, say the same. We'll be over at your event. That is on November 22nd. $5 entry fee. It is at, this is important, it is at Harris Cafe, Seafood and More. The Harris Cafe, Seafood and More. Harris Seafood and More Cafe. How about that? 1519 34th Street, Suite B. Doors open at 9 p.m. Bedroom Vibes, hunching season. 1519 34th Street, Avenue B, open mic night. We gonna be there. Lord said the same. All right, Real Deal Photo-a-thon. There you go. I told you the busiest man in the LBK, man. Ricky Sherfield putting on the Real Deal Photo-a-thon. Basically, the purpose of this photo-a-thon is to support the West Texas community, and the beneficiary is going to be Manos Unidos. So you come out there and you get your picture taken, and it's free, but all you got to do is donate the money that you want to donate to them, and it's going to go to Manos Unidos, which is trying to follow. Yeah, there you go. Manos Unidos is a 501(c) organization in Lubbock County, Texas, that provides education and arts to the underserved populations, including the Hispanic, African American, and veterans communities, in order to educate and inspire people to work together. So get in line over there at the Wells Fargo building at 1500 Broadway. Enter on the south side of the building, the Broadway side, on November 24th, 2024 at 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. The Real Deal Photo-a-thon. Go get free photos taken by the master photographer himself, Real Deal, Ricky Sherfield, at the Real Deal Photo-a-thon at the Wells Fargo building, 1500 Broadway, on November 24th. Starting at 2. Just make a donation and get free pics. Benefiting Manos Unidos. Also, at the Bobby Jean and TJ Patterson Library, the library that's lies buried, you have the bench ribbon cutting. So East Lubbock Art House, shout out to Danielle over there. They put together some dope sculptures, basically, but they're benches that you can sit on and read, but they look like books and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So they put together these sculptures, and they're going to cut the ribbon on December 4th at 1 p.m. That's a Wednesday, December 4th at 1 p.m. They're going to be cutting the ribbon on these dope new art installations / useful art installation. That's the kind of art I like. Useful stuff. It's cool. It look good. It beautifies the area, and you can use it. That's what I'm talking about. Please celebrate with us the ribbon cutting of the Bobby Jean and TJ Patterson reading / study benches. Y'all know where Patterson is, but in case you don't, it's 1836 Parkway Drive. Wednesday, December 4th, 1 p.m. All right, we're going to keep it moving. See, for all y'all out there that say ain't nothing going on in Lubbock, well, we put the light of that every week on this show because we tell you about what's going on. But this event right here, the Jazzy Christmas concert, man, this event right here shows you just what local homegrown talent can do. The Jazzy Christmas concert, it's going to feature Tom Braxton and friends. He's a local saxophonist, travels all over the world now, lives in Dallas, but he from here. We did an interview with him. You can look it up on the site here. I didn't know his mom, but I went to school at Hardwick where she taught at. Local homegrown, brother. 6 p.m. reception, 7 p.m. concert. So I'm going by this card, but I don't see this on here. But I'm also going because I've been to a couple of them. And basically what they do is you go get heavy hors d'oeuvres, which means some, fairly substantial food, chicken breasts, and like we had chicken breast last time, coconut coated chicken breast, and it was delicious. Everything was good. You got your hors d'oeuvres, your hors d'oeuvres, and you got your charcuterie. This girl I used to know in high school gonna be there. Okay, it's a silly joke. Her name ain't charcuterie, it's charcuterie, but she smells like cheese and ham and other things. Anyway, it's going to be charcuterie. I imagine they're going to have all that stuff this time. So what happens is you get there, you pay your $80 if you just one person, one ticket. Couples are $150, and if you want a whole table, that's $600, but it's worth it. You get the heavy hors d'oeuvres or the dinner served. Then last time they had this event, they had they had music during dinner, and they had a dancer. I don't know if they're going to have that this time, but they always have a good program. So you get the dinner, you get the ambiance, you get the mix and mingle. They have raffles. You put your name in there. They have the whole area be lined with dope tables full of stuff of, I don't know, just all kind of interesting stuff. You be looking at and be like, yo, I want that right there. All you got to do is enter the raffle. So you get a raffle, you get dinner, you get a jazz concert, a full jazz concert. Not no couple of minutes. I'm talking about two different. You get a whole show, an intercession. What do you call it? An intermission, and another whole show. It's a good show, real good show. Tom Braxton and Friends special concert, and it's benefiting. See, we don't just play around here. We play in a way that builds up the community. This thing benefits the J.M.B. Braxton Scholarship Fund. The last time I saw one of the young men that got one of the scholarships, he was there. We did a story on it. You want to check it out, peep it out. The matter of fact, it's up on the main page up to the right. It's one of the most popular articles. So that's going to be LBK at the Texas Tech Museum, Helen DeWitt Auditorium at 3301 4th Street in Lubbock, Texas on December 14th. The Jazzy Christmas Concert, December 14th, starting at 6. Single $80, couples $150, table $600. Very exquisite, classy but laid back jazz concert. You can go to www.selectaseatlubbock.com. That's www.selectaseatlubbock.com to get them tickets. Or you can call 806-535-2475. Also, telling you, man, how we like to do it in LBK. I'm starting to realize we like to do good stuff that's fun, that benefits, that has really good benefits for the community. It's that time again, and they want to invite you. We would like to invite you. Vendors are wanted to Everything You Need Teas and Choppers Cleaning Service, 3rd Annual East Side Community Event, December 21st. That's a Saturday, because it's going to be put on by Everything You Need. You got to slur it, you know what I'm saying? Setup is going to be 10 a.m. Event begins at 11 a.m. and runs till 7 p. May Simmons Community Center, 2004 Oak Avenue. That is Saturday, December 21st. The Everything You Need Teas and Choppers Cleaning Service 3rd Annual East Side Community Event. Now check it out. Drop the toys off. This is what they want you to do. If you want to donate to this, you can drop toys off. Toys for kids of all ages. The vendor's fee is going to be new and unwrapped toys for kids of all ages. Drop them off by December 16th over there at Everything You Need. You can even give them a call and they will come pick them up from you. That's put on by Scotty Scott and Mrs. Lisa Scott. Man, vendors are wanted. Everything You Need Teas, Choppers Cleaning Service presents the 3rd Annual East Side Community Event. Trying to rate, you see what they're trying to do. They're getting toys for kids that may not be receiving a lot of toys for Christmas. Can you beat that? Check this out. Saturday in the new year. Saturday, February 15th, 2025. Can I start that over again? I'm just stumbling and bumbling. Saturday, February 14th. Saturday, February 15th. 2025 at 7 a.m. You've got the Lubbock Lions Club 73rd Annual Pancake Festival. I remember going to this when I was a kid. No, I ain't 73, even though my beard looked like it. I'm much younger than that, but I remember as a kid going back in the 80s, man, going to the Lions Club Annual Pancake Festival. My son, Mr. Nugent, boy, you talking about pancake eating dude. That dude can eat pancakes. And we took him last year when we went to this. And I didn't seen that dude eat like 12 pancakes before. You know how many he ate this time around when they was free? Like 3. He didn't even go get a second plate. I was looking at him like, really? That's what you're going to do? When I got to pay for him, he can eat 42 of them. When they free for a small fee, he want to eat 1 or 2. He want to be demure. Anyway, I ain't cracking on my boy. That's my son. He's a good dude, real good son. But we going to probably be out there this time around too. Just wanted to say, get out there to the Lubbock Lions Club 73rd Annual Pancake Festival. Y'all know it's at the Lubbock Memorial Civic Center. Y'all know where that's at. If you don't know where the Civic Center is, man, I can't even help you. I just can't. It's going to be Saturday, September. Saturday, February 15th. I was trying to say 15th in September. Well, it's not even in September. It's February 15th, 2025 at 7 a.m. The Lubbock Lions Club is going to be doing their 73rd Annual Pancake Festival. If I garbled this too much and y'all don't know what I said, look down here. Y'all know it's in the show notes. Got the flyer right yonder. All right, Lubbock. Coming up, the Lubbock Con on February 22nd and 23rd of 2025. Special crew guest announcements coming soon. Lubbock Con at the Lubbock Memorial Civic Center. In case you don't know, that's the comic convention. So it's going to be people dressing up in their costumes and who knows what, seminars and stuff. We're going to probably have to go to that. I've been intending to get out to that. Go check it out. Lubbock Con, February 22nd and 23rd, 2025. All right, LBK. That is the last thing that I have on my list here. We got some special guests not coming up this show, but next week and the week after, we should have a couple of nice, dope guests lined up for you. I'm not going to say their name yet, but one of them is a world famous sculptor. I'm gonna leave it at that. And the other one, you may not have heard of her, but she is a nurse who has her own unique take on health, and it kind of ties into this whole, the new health department that President Trump is talking about, running the Health and Human Services with Bobby Kennedy in charge of it. Because honestly, the reason I want to have this young lady on is because I've noticed that the stuff that they tell you in the mainstream about health is most of the time false, as far as I can tell. If you don't think it's false, that's fine. I'm just saying in my personal journey, have discovered that most of that stuff is false, and that there's a whole plethora of knowledge, wisdom, and practices out there that the mainstream doesn't touch that actually seems to be more effective. The problem is it don't seem to make a lot of money for big companies, big pharma and all of them. So that's why we're going to have this young lady on. She's a local nurse who has some pretty interesting things to say. So stay tuned for those two guests. Should be coming up in the next week and the second week after today. Thank y'all for coming out to the Rhythm and Rhyme open mic night. I want to let y'all know we're going to make a slight change to that. It's going to be in February, but we're going to spell it different because it's going to be Rhythm and Rhyme. Instead of R-H-Y-M-E, it's going to be R-H-I-M-E or R-I-M-E. I'm going to double check. The reason I do that because it's a dope poem I read back in school called The Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, and they spell it R-I-M-E, I believe. So I always do it like that, just out of throwing a nice reference out to that poem, making an allusion to the way they spell it there. Anyway, LBK, this is your brother Robert Jenkins, thanking you for tuning in. Appreciate the energy from your eyes and ears focusing on this broadcast right here, LBK. We'll see y'all in the next episode coming up. And as we step out the door, I want to go ahead and say peace.